Good morning. Welcome to Buckwheat Farms, Magic Emporium and Ballroom. This is your daily dose of love, hope, and encouragement. It's been a busy couple of days here as we're awaiting the birth of our first set of piglets. Our pig Cleopatra is farrowing now. She's laying down in the chicken coop. Kind of neat. She nested in the chicken coop, and we're awaiting our first piglets. I'll post. I've got a video posted Fridays on the farm to show you more about that. And as she gives birth, I hope to catch it maybe live. If not, I'll get it on video. So it's Friday, which and again that's kind of appropriate that the pig is birthing on Friday. Frisia, the Norse goddess of fertility, who has the pigs, is what Friday's named after. So anyway, those coincidences, those things that come together. Yesterday was one such instance of those things coming together. Those coincidences. My wife and I spent the afternoon riding as we normally do, doing work and talking, and it was really neat because I didn't realize the extent that she's beginning to experience the reality of other dimensions, the reality of that this isn't all there is to existence, and just think because our senses are so limited. I mean, dogs can smell so much more than we can. They can, we were talking about dogs. She doesn't do well with dogs because she has a fear of dogs, and so there's, but the pheromones that are produced when she can smell those and the dogs can smell those, and so it causes a reaction, whereas me, I'm just I'm full of joy and everything, and the dogs, and I'm not afraid, and the dogs can sense that as well. And other there's other examples. I mean, the color spectrum that we can see is pretty much like this as far as all light is concerned. It's infinite. So the idea that there are other dimensions should not be foreign. But what's happening now, and it's almost like, for me, when you see those movies where they're in an area where the lights are kind of going, kind of fizzing in and out and kind of flashing in and out, and you can see something when the light flashes, you can see something is there. And that's kind of the way it is for me, as I've been noticing and been more aware of seeing things beyond the matrix, of seeing things beyond the dimension, and seeing things beyond those things that we've been told we should see. Because again, your expectations can cause you to see things that aren't there. So I'm starting to see that, and I get a sense that many of you are starting to see that as well. And I want to let you know you're not crazy, you're not suffering from some illness, you're not losing it. There's absolutely nothing wrong with you. What you're doing is your senses are becoming heightened. You're beginning to experience beyond the limits, whether they're self-imposed or societally imposed, or they're the limits that we have imposed upon ourselves, because I guess they're imposed upon ourselves because we do create our own reality. But those limits that we placed upon ourselves, we're starting to see beyond those, and they're always there, never to keep us in. They're there to give us an idea of where the demarcation is, so that we know when we're stepping over. And so I believe in these. I talked this past week about the seers, and those that are beginning to, and I hate to use the word awaken because it's been so uh, uh, it's been corrupted by the use of the woke crowd, but those who are spiritually awakening are beginning to see beyond the veil. And as you do so, don't be frightened, because some of it is kind of like icky. Just acknowledge the information and utilize it, because you're being shown glimpses beyond the veil for a reason. We're preparing there for the transition. The shift is coming. Um, as I've said, those who have put their faith in the things of this world, centralized governments, et cetera, um, they're in for a very rude awakening as those things begin to collapse. I see the end of centralized governments. The age of centralized governments is over, and the age of personal autonomy is coming. That's the new evolution of our spiritual and physical realms. So, and I'll leave you with this note. If you're worried, if you think governments are, a necessary quote unquote evil, just contemplate this. In the last 2 years, we've been told over and over and over again what a deadly pandemic we're facing. But I guarantee if you were to add up the total deaths attributed as a direct result of government action worldwide, it would overshadow greatly the number of deaths from the pandemic. So, what really is the pandemic? What really is the plague that is upon humanity? I say that it's centralized, top down, one size fits all government. It's the corralling, the chaining of individual autonomy. And the age of autonomy is upon us. Namaste.